From the Athens Tech Studios, this is the Athens News Podcast. Local news you can use about Athens and Clarke County, all in 7 minutes. And now, here are your top stories.
Hello and welcome to the Athens News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter. Discover how local activists are rallying the community to tackle a pressing issue in Athens that needs your support. And before you reach for that refreshing cold brew coffee, find out why it could pose unexpected health risks if not consumed cautiously. But first, here are your top stories brought to you by Drake Realty. The mayor and commission of the Athens-Clarke County Unified Government unveiled a groundbreaking initiative during their monthly work session at City Hall on Tuesday night. The Local Road Safety Plan, aimed at bolstering safety measures on local roads. With a commitment to achieving zero fatalities and severe injuries on all ACCGov roadways and paths, this initiative underscores the fundamental right of every individual to travel safely. The session also delved into other pertinent matters, including the replacement project for Fire Station Number 5 under the 2020 SPLOST, the presentation of the annual financial report for the previous fiscal year, and the unveiling of a pavement management program. The comprehensive road safety plan hinges on several key strategies, including raising awareness about road safety and associated risks, reducing the occurrence of severe crashes, and garnering support for grant applications aimed at addressing road safety concerns. This from the Red and Black. One man is dead and another is in police custody following a fatal shooting last week. Authorities responded to the 1200 block of Athens Road, where they discovered 48-year-old Willie Jewell, who's a resident of Winterville, fatally wounded by a gunshot. Details surrounding the motive behind the shooting remain undisclosed. However, police swiftly apprehended 26-year-old Cedric Jones, who's a resident of Athens, at the scene. Jones now faces charges of second-degree murder and possession of a firearm during the commission of certain felonies. While granted bond for the latter charge, he remains in police custody without bond for the former. This from The Patch. Athens-Clarke police are probing 2 more separate shooting incidents last week that resulted in injuries of 2 men. The initial shooting unfolded at Viking Court, situated in an apartment neighborhood adjacent to Cedar Shoals High School, just off Cedar Shoals Drive. Though specifics regarding the cause of the shooting were not disclosed, a 36-year-old man sustained critical injuries in the exchange of gunfire and was rushed to the hospital. The second shooting happened on Zebulon Road within the Nellie B community in East Athens. According to authorities, an 18-year-old male traveling as a passenger in a vehicle sustained injuries in the gunfire. While investigators have identified the person responsible for the shooting as a teenager, further details regarding the incident were not disclosed. This from the Athens Banner-Herald.
It pays to know your doctor. It pays to know your lawyer. And now more than ever, it pays to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty, and we have 7 offices in the metro Atlanta area, including 2 right here in Cobb County and 1 at Lake Oconee. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia, and we pride ourselves in professional service, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They are pushing for the best price and terms for their client. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. Now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's what the deal provides for your future.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. At Athens Technical College, their programs can connect you with in-demand and high-paying careers.
I graduated from Athens Tech in May and started my job 2 weeks later. I had the job before I left, thanks to my professor, and just focusing on growing a career.
As far as Athens Tech, I think I've been a member of the advisory panel for 10 years now, and it's been an awesome experience.
I'm currently going to Athens Tech. I started out as an accounting major. I've finished all my accounting classes and then switched over to the culinary and baking program.
My name is Alex Lang. I'm an electromechanical engineering student. This is my second year at Athens Tech, and I graduate in December. The long-term goal is to work for the railroad, whether that be Norfolk Southern or CSX.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. Find out more at athenstech.edu.
From the Athens Banner-Herald Facebook page, a University of Georgia study finds cold brew coffee comes with a potential health risk. Pathogens survive in it from 9 to 12 days. Glenn Manor said, summary, if you're making hot coffee, heat and acid kills pathogens that you may have accidentally introduced. So if you're making cold brew, make sure your equipment and hands are clean and you refrigerate the coffee so you don't accidentally grow out something that could make you sick. Joseph Coulter said, if it makes money, health doesn't matter. And Homemade said, could the same thing be said about Kool-Aid? The University System of Georgia Board of Regents has granted authorization to the University of Georgia to establish a new independent school of medicine in Athens. UGA President Jerry Moorhead hailed the decision as historic, emphasizing the school's potential to expand access to health care, attract top-tier talent, and serve underserved communities. The school's impact extends beyond health care, with expectations for economic development and job creation. The UGA School of Medicine is supported by both state funding and private donors. This from Fox 5. In sports from the Red and Black and ESPN, in tennis, number 24 Georgia men were shut out by number 6 Virginia on the road. The Georgia women defeated number 8 Florida at the ITA Indoor Championships. Georgia women's golf placed 4th in the San Diego State Championship, and in basketball, the Georgia men lost to Arkansas 78-75. And finally, Athens-Clarke County is grappling with an escalating crisis as hundreds of individuals and families struggle with homelessness. The latest count reveals that approximately 342 people are experiencing homelessness in Athens-Clarke County, a figure officials say likely underestimates the true extent of the issues. Various factors contribute to the surge in homelessness, including rising housing costs, limited afforded housing options, and the closure of vital resources like the First Step homeless encampment. Organizations like the Sparrow's Nest and Athens Area Homeless Shelter provide essential services and support, but they cannot do it alone. Activist John Morris is emphasizing community engagement in order to become a powerful force for change. Put yourselves out there, he says. Volunteer at places, but do it a little more consistently. This from the Red and Black.
Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregate content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio on this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by their respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast.